Hi, today we're going to make a green smoothie. Thank you, Ava, for filming me. So first I'm just going to show you the ingredients that I'm going to use today, but you can change it up depending on what you have in your refrigerator. That's kind of the beauty of the green smoothie. So based on what I had in my fridge, we're going to use romaine lettuce, I've got kale, I've got sliced cucumbers, limes. Normally I would use lemons, but I didn't have any. I'm going to use one banana for consistency, kind of gives it a smooth consistency. And I'm also going to add some diced pineapple, which gives it a really nice sweetness. Now, I don't know if you have a Vitamix, but this is pretty much the best blender that you can ever use. It's really, really powerful, and it blends into a really nice consistency with a lot of greens, which a lot of blenders can't do. So I highly recommend investing in a Vitamix. And you always want to add your ice and your liquids first before adding the greens, just to help the blender do its job better. So I usually use coconut juice, coconut water, instead of regular water because, again, it adds a little sweetness. So I've got about a cup of ice, and I always just eyeball, I don't measure anything, but I'm going to use about a cup and a half of my coconut juice. I'm going to add my banana, some of my cucumbers, my lime. I have 1.5 limes, peeled and diced. Going to add about a cup of pineapple, and I'm going to give that, let me put my cucumbers in, I'm going to blend that quickly before adding my greens, just to see if I'm going to need any more coconut water. You just have to add coconut water. You see how quickly that blends? Much quicker than a normal blender. So as we're going to talk about today in the workshop, there's a lot of benefits to making and drinking, including green smoothies in your daily regimen. And first of all, many of these greens and fruits and vegetables, when you put them in a blender, the blender does the job. It makes it so much easier on the digestive system because it already does a lot of the blending and the grinding for you. Okay, so now I've added just a handful of the kale and a handful of the romaine. I'm going to blend that. Add a little bit more of the kale and a little bit more of the romaine. So far, maybe just a little bit more coconut juice to thin it out. You can, depending on what kind of consistency you like, you can make it really thick like a milkshake or thinner like a green juice. You can see how powerful the blender is. If you can see, I'm going to pour it into a glass so you can kind of see the thickness. It's really, really good. And nice and sweet. You get the sweetness from the pineapple. It's really delicious. Now I'm going to show one trick for those with kids, because my kids aren't that crazy about drinking something that's green. So one of the easiest ways to change that is adding berries, either strawberries, raspberries, or blueberries. Today I've got really nice fresh blueberries, and I'm going to add a large cup of blueberries. Not only does it add a little bit more sweetness, but it completely changes the color from the berries. So that way the kids will be more apt to drink it. It's turning into a more purple-red, and I'll show you in the glass. Ava, do you like these? Okay. And in addition to being really high in antioxidants, this is a great way for natural weight loss. And the more green smoothies you add into your menu, it really helps diminish cravings for sweet, processed and refined foods. So see with just a cup of blueberries how it completely changed the color. So that's great for kids. Okay, thanks.